the office was not, what did I not have? I didn't have that I had that I was licensed in Virginia, Maryland, and DC, but I didn't say that the office was. So they fined me $500 for that. So make sure you're compliant. So and then if you're sending things out, make sure it says each office is independently owned and operated. And then also if you're doing mailers, say if your property is currently listed for sale, that this is not intended for solicitation because that would be going behind the sign. So next, so why should you even care about what I'm talking about? So let's talk about a couple violations. So failure to include brokerage information. I don't think anybody would not do this, but it could be between $500 and $1,000 fine. For Maryland, it can be up to $2,500, and DC, same thing. So another violation, misleading or false advertising. So an ad that claims the number one agent in Northern Virginia with no verifiable data source, it'd be a formal complaint, and the license could be suspended, possibly for a repeated offense. Advertise another agent's listing without permission. Example of this, the agent shares another firm's listing on Facebook without written or email consent from the listing agent. You'll get reprimanded by the broker, $1,000 fine, and potential ethics violation under Article 12, Code of Ethics. Next, unlicensed agent or team member advertising. Assistant posts, open house is Sunday. Well, this is through ChatGPT. The 11 team without including the licensed name or firm. Broker accountability up to $2,500. A cease and desist order for unlicensed activity. Lastly, improper team or group branding. Team logo appears much larger than the brokerage logo or omits the broker's name entirely. So there's a fine there. And so the note I said before posting, always ask yourself, if this were printed on a billboard, would it clearly show who I am, who I work with, and where I'm licensed? So if you can't answer those questions, then that's a boo-boo. So additional violations. Failure to disclose agent ownership when advertising your own property, offering gifts or inducements such as raffles, drawings, giveaways without broker or state approval, using outdated brokerage logos after transferring firms, using the word realtor without active NAR membership, misleading sold data claiming another agent sale. Make sure your website has your licensing information. I had briefly talked about that. And if you're using any landing pages, make sure you have an opt-in or unsubscribe to be compliant with the CAN spam and the required disclosures, your privacy policy, brokerage, and then the jurisdictions that you work in. Any questions so far? If you do, you have to unmute yourself. Okay. So I put up to, well, it wasn't necessarily like a guide for Virginia disclosure, like all the things that you have to do. I won't touch on all of these in detail, but it talks about what you have to disclose based on where you are advertising. So this is for Virginia. And I'll email this to presentation to everybody. And then this is for Maryland. Maryland already had this clearly stated, their advertising checklist, so they were good. And then DC, I went to the code and found this and came up with this quick guide. So marketing. So actually, wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah, I was like, that's not the right slide. Okay, sorry. Different ways you can market. So social media, you can use platforms like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, share your listings, success stories, behind the scenes moments, post video tours, reels, educational content, use the hashtags. They say hashtags are kind of dead now, but you can still use them. Your Google business profile, if you don't have one, you should create one. It's free, so you should have one. Post your listings. You can post videos. Make sure you get reviews from your clients because people go online and they search. And if you don't have a presence, that's the first thing that will come up for you is your Google business profile along with your realtor profile. Hopefully you have created that. You should post weekly if you can. Direct mail postcards, mail to your farm area, just listed, just sold, home value invitations. So then we have email campaigns, send out newsletters, share real estate tips, video marketing, create short and long form videos. So a short video, if you don't know what that is, that's something anywhere less than 3 minutes. And then a long form is like longer form content. So YouTube has YouTube Shorts, Facebook has Reels, along with Instagram. So you can simultaneously post on both of those together. Virtual tours, home buying tips, community spotlights, events and open houses. So you can host open houses. You can have buyer seller seminars or community events, tour of homes, or a coffee with a realtor session. And then your website landing pages, you can have find your home value or get pre-approved. And so these are several video tutorials. So YouTube, that's actually, I mean, it's not like to promote mine, but I go into detail about how to create a YouTube channel. So that's mine. Then the Instagram Reels, that's mine to show you in depth what you actually can do with Instagram Reels. Social media, that is from, I forgot what agent it is, but he actually explains how to use command to basically post all of your things that I haven't had time to record that. Landing pages, that's mine. How do you create a landing page within command? And then realtor.com profile, I walk through. I actually did one of our agents a couple years ago to show you how to create that. So you can scan those, but you would have to have your phone to do that. But I'm going to email it so you'll have access. So questions. So as a listing agent, what can I do to promote my listing? So this is just something I kind of created. I do more than this, but this is just an idea. So you can create a short video, YouTube short. I put it on IG, which is Instagram. You can create a video tour of the home as well, like a long form. You could create a storytelling tour. So what would it be like for somebody to live here in addition to that? Like that's another separate video. So you could go around, like, is it like a walkable area? Like what can you do? Why would somebody want to live there? Um, you can post on Craigslist, put it on your Google business profile, put it on Facebook Marketplace. Those are things are free. We like free. You can create a Pinterest board for your listing with home decor items. So you could use AI and say, oh, well, this is what you can do with this or something like that. You can add to your monthly newsletter. You can include it to your email signature, email it to your database, postcards again, do a virtual open house with your lender to talk about how what the financing options would be for your listing and what the estimated payment would be. You can host a broker's open house. Let's see. You can reverse prospect with Bright MLS. You can send out email marketing. This is a paid option though. Zip my flyers, so that'll email. You select the list of realtors that you want. Melanie, you raise your hand. I don't know how to like fix it. You can unmute yourself.
Yeah. So, well, I'm sorry. Finish your thought, but I had a question about reverse prospecting with MLS.
Oh, we can talk about it. I mean, it's no thought. I'm just reading off the screen. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, but I just if you could expound on that a little bit, like
for reverse prospecting.
How do you do it? Yeah.
Oh, I have a video on it. You gotta
like.
go to the video. You gotta go to the video.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But basically what it is, okay, you have a listing and you only can do it on your listing, which makes sense, but it would be nice if I could do it on someone else's to kind of see. But anyway, so you go in the system and what it will do is anybody that has an automatic search for a property for their client. I mean, I create them, well, that I won't get into that, but I create if you have several people in your database, they have an automatic search. So what that does is it says, okay, your property is identified in this list of all the agents have clients that have searches. So then at that point, you can reach out to them directly and say, this is my property. It fits within your client's profile. You should go take a look at it. So I don't know if that answers your question. And
Okay.
that's free.
Yeah.
It's a
Thank
free
you.
tool. We like free things. Because Zip My Flyer, that's gonna cost you. Depends on how many people realtors you send it to. Is at least $100. So I mean, that's just a one-time thing. So I mean, reverse prospecting, you already know these people are looking in the zip code, the type of property you have. Okay, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. That is within their search at minimum under the price range. With Zip My Flyer, you're just kind of like shooting to the wind. Well, maybe somebody might look at it. I mean, I look at them. Most of the time, I just throw them away. But if you're looking, you're looking. And then also you could ask your referral partners, like say if you have agents in other areas, ask them, can they put it on their social media? So it gets more, never know who somebody might see it. So can't hurt. So what are some other tools for marketing? So social media scheduling. So this is so you can schedule your social media in advance. So you could do, okay, I want to do a week, I want to do a month, I want to do 6 months later, I want to do a year. That might take you too long, but you can do that. Through Hootsuite, that's a cost involved with that. I'm not sure how much it is. Later, I think that might be free. Later in Buffer, KW Command is free. Well, it's not free because we're paying a monthly fee for that, but it is free. It's not an additional cost. Graphic design, Canva. This presentation is with Canva. CapCuts and KW Command. And now Canva, if you use the one that's connected with KW Command, then it's free. Video, you could do a Matterport tour. V.io, that's another tool that you can compile everything together and it'll make a video. Canva actually has a lot of videos in here that you can kind of use and put in your presentation. You can record yourself, like you could create a presentation like this and actually record yourself and make it into a video. And BombBomb is another a service that's you can email your videos out. I think I spelled it wrong, but Cubicasa is free, which you should use so you can have your floor plans on all your listings. So you should have that included. It's not an additional fee it's included, but you just have to know how to use the app or whatever. Landing pages, Linktree, KW Command, AI, ChatGPT, and Gemini. So question, can you advertise another agent's listing? Yes, but did you ask the listing agent for permission? So if they say yes, you can advertise it. And this is for this office. So this is the Falls Church office, KW United, or Kingstowne. So those are the two offices that we are allowed to do this with. So this is KWR 13 is Kingstowne, KWR 30 is Falls Church, if you're looking for it in Bright MLS. So in your advertisement, you must comply with the local laws. You cannot state that it is your listing. So this is a sample disclosure for your ad. This property is listed by James Smith, Realtor of KW United Falls Church, advertising agent, my name, and then I'm from Alexandria, Kingstowne. Any questions on this before I go to the next slide? Yes, no, do we know this information? I guess we did. Okay. Okay. Is that the
Rashana,
next? Yes.
I do have a question. It's that pesky mute button. So say you're doing a video of a property, right? And that you want to post it on Facebook and you have their permission. Like I always get permission if if I can video the property. Do you
Mm-hmm.
have to then give credit to the listing agent, or do I just have to have something in writing that they allowed me to post the video?
I would say yes, it's listed by. I mean, are you talking over the video or are you just videoing it?
I mean, I don't do it routinely, but
Mm-hmm.
normally, I mean, I have talked over the video, like,
Mm-hmm.
to like just like a walking tour or whatever, but sometimes it'll just be like a reel with like music.
I did one for Christine one time, Christine Wheaton, and I put a small disclosure at the bottom who it's listed by, because I mean I just don't want problems, because you never know. It's that one time somebody will say something. I don't, that's an Anthony question, but I would say just to be on the safe side, put it in there, because if you're posting it, consumers, they really don't know. They
Mm,
assume that it's yours, and we don't want assumptions.
right, right.
So
I
yeah.
guess, yeah, and I guess it could like work to your advantage. Like, if you want to see it, contact me for a showing,
Right,
as your
you say
buyer.
that, but you got to still say, well, who this is exclusively listed by, advertising this property. So
Yeah.
I can assist you with that. So yeah,
Okay.
you just don't want to have issues. But
Yeah.
I'm saying we need more exposure for our properties that are sitting. So that's why I said, well, let me just kind of put this together so people know what they can do, what they can't do.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep. Yep.
yeah, more eyes on it, the better.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so on the buy side, if you
Mm-hmm.
if you were if you if the buyer bought the seller's property, am I allowed as the buyer's agent to use that property? Or do I have to get permission from the seller to use that in a print ad or something like that? Because if I say
Where are we in this
sold,
situation? It's sold already?
yeah, let's say my buyer purchased it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to advertise that this property was sold and my name is on it as the buyer's agent. So, but it's their picture, right? So do I have to recognize them as the selling agent?
I would say no, but you did sell the property, so you can use
Yes.
that. Yeah,
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 okay.
you can use that. Now, I
I think you have
mean,
to get their permission for the picture though, if
yeah,
you're
that is
using their
true.
picture.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wouldn't use their photos. No, I would go there and take my own pictures.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because they might not want you to use their photo. Some agents will take their photos down. I've
Yeah,
had that
I
from a
see a lot
buyer.
of them.
They didn't want the photos online. The buyer didn't. But the thing with that, you have to take them off before you like basically close out the listing. Otherwise, you have to reach out to Bright to tell them to take it out.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
You're welcome. So I feel like it was another slide here, but I can't remember. I feel like I'm missing something. Maybe not. So what should you do now? You should create a list of places where you're currently marketing, print and digital, update the information online, make sure the logos are correct, your address, create a marketing and advertising plan, watch the tutorial videos, and implement what you've learned. And that is it. So we open up for questions. Questions? No questions? So did we all know this?
No, I didn't. I didn't know
This was
all. I
helpful.
knew I knew some of it, but I didn't know all of it.
Yeah.
Well,
Try to help.
I actually one quick question. Marketing your clients' feedback, like their when you get a referral or a
You mean a
good review,
testimonial? Okay, yeah.
a testimonial. Yeah, sorry, I had a brain freeze. Are
No,
there
it's
any restrictions around
a
that?
review. Well, what are you doing with it? So I will say this, if you're going to, like, say if you take pictures, you're supposed to get something. I would get something in writing. If you're taking pictures of people, like, okay, well, people want the picture with the key or something, or you're taking pictures with them. If you're going to use that in your marketing, you should get permission. You can't just, even though you took the picture or they gave it to you, you have to get permission from them. You just don't want problems later.
Okay, but then when
And
you
sometimes what I've
are,
seen what
so
people
let's,
will do is they'll put a smiley face
mhm.
over the person. Because I mean, they might not want to be, they might not want to
Oh,
be seen. So, you don't know. And especially like with little kids, it's like they're fine with showing their face, but if the kids are in the photo, they don't want them, which I get. That's fine.
Right. Yeah. So like, if you want to cut and paste part of the blurb from the testimonial and put it in a, you know, on social, first of all, do you have to credit I'm assuming you need to credit their name just so people like know that you didn't just make this up yourself. Like, you know.
You can, and sometimes what I've done is I'll actually say where the source came from. So if they posted it on Google, and I say you can, if I do like a short blurb, depending on how long the review is, I say look at the whole review. Here's the link to it or whatever. So you can do that too. But
Sure.
I usually I might not put their name, their full name. I might say, well, S. Smith of Fort Washington, Maryland said blah blah blah. So yeah.
Okay.
So that's you creating the Google information, or is it your client? You're the one that's giving the
Oh
testimonial.
no, they're giving the testimonial. Yeah, I only
Okay.
copy and paste what they have. Because I
Right.
mean, people don't want you to, I mean, of course, everybody's gonna say they're awesome. I would hope so.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
You know, I have not done a Google testimonial page. So you're
Why
saying,
not?
you know, I guess I come from the old school, so I got to get rid of that stigma that I have, or my
Does
thoughts.
everybody here know
That-
what I'm gonna get to you, Barbara, in a second. Does everybody know what I'm talking about when I say Google business profile?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
no, everybody knows what that is. Okay, all right. Miss Barbara, what's your question?
Yeah. Do you just, when somebody gives you a testimony or something right up front, do you just get permission from them whether you're going to use it? I'm guessing that there's sometimes you don't know everything you're going to use it for. Do you just kind of get a blanket? I can use it for any marketing period, that I choose to do at any time in the future.
Technically, I don't get permission for that because that is public then at that point. So, I mean, whatever they write is there, I can use it. What I'm saying for to get permission on to use their photos, their images. But I mean,
Okay.
I guess if you just want to have permission for that, that's something good to do, but you don't have to have permission because I mean, it's public for everybody. As long as they keep the review there, it's for the world to see.
But do you get permission for just the one thing, or do you just get it for I can use it for anything I want to?
To answer the question, no, I only get permission to use their photo of them in it. I don't get permission for their review.
No, that's
that
not
makes
the
sense.
question. The question is, I got a picture of them or
Uh-huh.
whatever, a visual item.
Yes.
Do you get permission for just using it one time, or do you just get it for I can use it anytime I want to from now till Sunday?
Correct. Yes.
Off
Yes.
of
Yes.
never.
I see what you mean. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Any other questions? Everybody's quiet. I figured you guys didn't want to like listen about stats. I love stats, but I was like, I can't listen to that today. So
Do you post a lot of stats? I know Anthony swears
I
by
do
it.
once. I used to do every week. That was a bit much. So I do once a month. Yeah, once a month, usually the first week of the month. And the stats are like easy to get. So yeah. Yeah. Well, alrighty, everybody. If you don't have anything, I'm going.
It's nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you
Thank
next time.
Sounds good. Thanks, Roshana.
Have a